such a time saver. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of Overcast Live. Of course, you got me and Ken here.
What's going on, everybody?
We're going to be talking about three things today, and of course, we're probably going to get sidetracked as well. We've got DJI Terra. We'll be talking about Ken's new Iron Man Tello. No, we're going to be talking about drone flying in national parks. Just because of the whole Skydio thing. If you guys don't know about it, we'll talk about it. And then the third thing that we wanted to discuss, oh gosh, what was it? It was the Russian shotgun drone.
Right. Yeah, the Russian shotgun drone, dude.
So before we get started, you guys are obviously watching the Overcast Live right now, but we have the Overcast Podcast, which airs every Sunday, and I'm happy to announce that it is now available on a bunch of other platforms. So not only are we here on YouTube, not only are we over on SoundCloud, but we're on Spreaker, we're on Stitcher, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify. So you guys can go ahead and check the links down in the description. You guys can go ahead and download previous episodes. You can do whatever. You go wild. You guys can pretty much watch or listen. You guys can listen to the Overcast Podcast wherever you want to. And if you guys want, you can come here to the YouTube channel and watch it because we've got the video version of it. But whatever you do, as long as you listen to it, you're not going to miss out on anything. But Ken, do you have anything you want to talk about before we get started?
No, man, I'm still recouping, man. It's only day 2 in this time zone, so I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things, man.
Sweet. So, yeah, I hear you, dude. I saw some of your stuff from Vegas. Dope.
Yeah, it was fun, man. This was fun. It was nice not having to get caught up in the CES hustle and bustle.
How was that Porsche?
It was fun, man. It was fun. It was super fun.
That's awesome. All right, so let us know what you guys think of the stream right now. Let us know if the audio is coming in good. Let us know if the video is coming in good, because of course we want to make sure we're not echoing or anything like that. And we always have an issue when we're streaming.
If we don't, it's not us. I don't know why. Even if everything's going the way we want it to, it just never. We always have some small snafu.
Yeah, I think we've got.
We're doing better though.
We're
doing better.
I think we've got pretty much everything down packed. Knock on wood here. But okay, so first up is DJI Terra, right? And I'm a big mapper. I love making these drone maps. I do it for work. You look like you're gonna say something.
Eddie just said, "Did you guys hear about the drone that hit the NYPD officer in Brooklyn
No.
yesterday?" I did not hear that. I'm reading it like as
Yeah.
as it came across. I'm just like my face dropped. Oh man, that
Joe
that
said
sucks. We'll have to
Joe said
look
that
into
Joe
that.
said the sound's a little low. I think
This-
he's got to turn up his speakers.
Come on, Joe, turn up your speakers, man.
That's
Crank the
crazy.
volume.
Yo, Eddie, if you can put a little bit more info in here about that.
Yeah, yeah. Paste the link. I want to read about that.
Or just yeah. Cardoso
Wow,
said,
that's
"No,
crazy.
Eddie. Hopefully it wasn't you. LOL."
Nah,
Okay,
we would see.
so DJI Terra, it is essentially a mapping software made by DJI, and they had Ground Station Pro, right? You're familiar with Ground Station Pro?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was like their map capturing software, and then you can also now actually, I think, synthesize the maps through there, so you can actually stitch all the photos together, and that was like Ground Station 2.0 that came out. But now we've got DJI Terra, and it kind of all works off of your Windows PC, so you cannot use a Mac with it. I'm out of luck.
So, wait. Oh, you're out of luck. So you can't use a Mac. So you actually need a Windows PC. Is that what you're trying to tell
Or
me?
I can get Parallels, but I don't want to clutter up my Mac.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, dude. Just get yourself a PC, make the right move.
And here's the thing, you know how you get like license keys with software, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You get 3 license keys with DJI Terra. You can put it on 3 devices, but you can't remove a device. So if you put it,
That sucks.
if you put it on a computer, it is bound to that computer for life, and you're never going to be able to actually use that license key again.
See, I don't like that because
Neither do I.
technology, you're always upgrading or doing something with that. So if you get a new computer, something happens, or if you have to get something warranted, you're basically shit out of luck. That sort of sucks.
Yeah, right.
I don't really like that.
And you think, okay, maybe I'm just going to have one specific computer that's used for Terra, and then maybe a backup. But then if one of those goes down and you need to use that third license key,
Maybe they'll make a backdoor where they'll let you, like, I don't know if you ever remember, but when Google Music first came out, it was like back when I was like really into phones and I was switching phones or rooting and ROMing my phone.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would use up all my license keys really quick, and then Google Music wouldn't let you use any more with your account.
really,
So you would have to send them an email and request that they deactivate devices. It was a pain in the
That's
neck.
such a pain.
And Twitter had something like that too, where you hit token limits.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that anymore, but I don't know. I think DJI
Twitter
will.
is just so locked down. You know what I mean?
It really is, but I love it though.
Yeah.
That's where I live. If I had to choose between that or Facebook, it's Twitter.
You love Twitter.
I do. I love Twitter. It's like-
Okay,
it's
so
like,
yeah,
you know,
so Terra looks pretty cool, right? And for me, when I'm mapping, I pretty much use strictly drone deploy. I mean, that and Pix4D is pretty much like the thing to go for right now. And I've been enjoying using drone deploy. I mean, it's great, but I love how Terra comes in and sort of disrupts the space. You can only do annual subscriptions right now. $2,000 for the advanced version, $3,000 for the pro version. So that's how much you're paying a year to use their services. And
I mean, that's expensive.
it is expensive, but from what I've seen, they've got a couple of different capture modes for using Terra. So it's kind of straightforward with drone deploy. It's just straight down photos. You can do 3D mode, so
Okay.
it flies around the perimeter and will take photos at more of like a 45-degree angle, so it can capture the sides of different buildings or structures that you're trying to shoot. But with Terra, they've got all these different like oblique angles you can take photos. It looks awesome. I really want to give it a try. You know, you've got to buy it through a dealer, so I don't really know how I'm going to go about doing that. But that's
I think I know a guy.
Yeah, you got to know a guy, I guess. Did Eddie say
I
something about
guess
it?
we gotta know a guy.
Eddie
I
said,
think I know a guy.
Eddie said a rookie drone pilot decided to fly a drone at a massive rabbi's funeral. Was then taking to land it on a rooftop and instead landed it on a cop's head. It is unclear which drone was utilized.
I guess it's clear that that drone did not have precision landing.
Well, wait, hold on. If they don't know which drone, I guess what? So they didn't get the drone. The drone was able to fly away.
Well, the whole, I don't know. It's that sounds crazy as hell. I would hope not. I just don't understand people. Like, why would you? Why? See,
I wonder why he was flying it at the funeral.
I won't go off on a tangent, but
Ethan asks
totally.
Ethan asks if drone deploy still has a free option. I don't They don't. They're getting rid of their Explorer option. I think that's what they call it.
They have a trial right now. You can do a trial.
You can do like a 14-day trial on the Pro account. I think that they require you.
You're gonna have to pay.
Yeah, you give them the credit card information, but they don't charge your account for 14 days. So you can try it out with the Pro plan, but they're getting rid of that Explorer plan, which was free.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna be,
I think everybody's going away from freemium. Like all that's going away. It's gonna be you're gonna pay to play.
Something I really found cool about Drone Deploy is that somebody emailed me from Drone Deploy and said that I was like their point of contact and that they wanted to call me to make sure that everything with the software was running right. And I think it was more of like a survey thing. They wanted to just get my feedback on it, figure out how many clients I have. Like they asked me a ton of these questions that seem like they're asking everybody that they call. But I asked them, I said, why are you guys doing away with this free account? I mean, that's kind of how you would think people get in the door. But apparently it's taking up too much room on their servers. People are just going in there and creating these maps and they're not really doing anything with it.
Right. Well, and it's, cost and maintenance of everything. Like, I talk about software. That's what we do. And we were to a point where you would buy software, you would pay for it, and then you would own it for life. But the problem is the maintenance and the development never stops.
Exactly.
And I think that's the hardest thing to try to convey to people is that like software is one of those things that you'll never actually own. Mm-hmm. So I'm no longer mad at like any app or any product that has to update. You just sort of got to pay for it.
I agree. Yeah. And if you're paying annually and you're going to pay $300 or $200 or $2,000 or $3,000 at the end of the day, you pay that per year. I'm sure if you're going to be using this type of software, you'll be able to make that money back. It's just an easy write-off for your business.
Yeah, exactly.
So DJI Terra looks badass. You pretty much run everything through your computer. You plug your remote right into the computer. You don't have to use a mobile phone. I wonder if you can kind of run on both. Like you can see what the picture is on the.
We'll have to see if we can get a trial of.
Oh man, he froze. He froze. Connection lost. Oh, there he is. Okay, you're there. Are you there? Okay, I lost you. Yeah, so really quickly, I want to close out Terra, right? It's a mapping software, looks pretty high tech. I think that it gives you a lot more customization for your drone than what Drone Deploy offers. From there, I think you're going to be able to create higher resolution 3D images. I think that, on the same level, you're going to be able to create just as good 2D images from both, but you're using DJI software with DJI drones. I mean, I don't know. I think that I would, Brad, I remember you. Brad Hendo. We talk on Instagram. So I think that Terra is a great disruption to the space, and I think that it might give Drone Deploy a little kick in the ass because now they're going to have to step up their game potentially and offer something that DJI doesn't. So,
His position, dude. What the hell, man?
Okay, you should be back.
Am I back? You refreshed it?
Yeah, through OBS, you're back.
All right, let me take a look here.
And Cole says that he was browsing DJI's site and it seems like Terra software needs to be with the Phantom. So right now, I think it's compatible with the Phantom 4, the Phantom 4 Pro and Advanced, and the Phantom 4 RTK. So any Phantom drone, you can use Terra. The RTK model has a port on the bottom of the remote controller. I think it's a USB-C port, so you just plug right in, you're connected, and then you're connected to your computer. But if you're going to be using anything else that doesn't have that USB-C port on the bottom, you're going to have to plug in the back. So,
I'm back.
People are saying free Ken. Ethan says, do you think that Terra is a good deal or no? I would say it is, right? So you're probably going to pay a little bit less annually for Drone Deploy. Like the Pro subscription you can get in the door for about $1,200. Now, if you're going up to the business, I think that that's around $2,000 per month. And then if you go up to the enterprise, that is going to be $3,000 a month. So they're right there on the same.
$3,000 a month?
I'm sorry, $3,000 a year.
I was like, thank you for clarifying that because I was like, wait a second, no, that's not a good deal.
Yeah, no. So look, I think it's a good deal because if you're going to be doing this every single day, maybe multiple times a day, or maybe even if you're an aggregate company or you're a mulching company and you're going to buy this for your company, think about how much money it's going to save you down the long run and think about how much money it could make you. So I think it's a great deal. And you pay every single year. Let's say you pay on the 1st of January and you've got access throughout the entire year to at least make $3,000, right? Or $2,000, depending on what you
I mean, I mean, I guess if you're into that mapping thing, like I don't know if like me personally, I don't know if I would really have a use for that yet.
Oh, I love it,
But
dude. You see, here's the thing, right?
I
Is
may.
Yeah, here's the thing. In my opinion, I think that it's a lot easier than having to do photos and videos because the drone really does a lot of the work for you, and so does the software, right? You upload the photos, it stitches it together, and then from
Yeah.
there you bring up or you kind of put together a little report for the company you're doing work for. For me, it's been like mulching companies, right? And I've put together a few reports, and that data is, I mean, just so valuable to them. So,
Sure.
all right, so now let's talk about the Iron Man Tello.
That was sort of a weird thing for them to do, don't you think?
Yeah, well, so look, they came out the Line Spark. They came out with the Tello Iron Man edition. And it comes with a new app, so I wonder what that app is, right? You can download like the Hero app.
Yeah, supposedly the Marvel. I don't know. I'm gonna download it when I get it. I'm pretty jazzed, man.
It's
Getting a
30
Spark
it's 30
or
extra
Tello.
dollars, right?
Yeah, it was like 33 extra bucks, but honestly, I think it's worth it. It's got a little light up top. It looks like the top lights up, like where the
Yeah.
where the center is. I don't know. It's
Hey,
gonna be cool.
That drains more battery.
It's okay, man. I need something to play around with in the house when you can't fly. I lost my Tello. I think I gave one to my brother.
Oh, cool.
And I think he lost it actually.
Dude,
So
the Tello's
just,
a great drone to fly inside. It's a great drone
Yeah.
to begin with. And I think that with them kind of partnering up with Marvel here, it might get this drone into some younger kids' hands, you know?
Exactly. If anything, maybe it'll be something that I don't know. They can, sell, have a good margin on it. I don't know. I'm sure they make pretty good dollars on that, sans licensing fees and all that crap.
Brian's in here. He says, after software, insurance, and equipment, you're going to have to push $5,000 to $10,000 a year just to run. I agree.
Well, you got to look at your ROI on
I
all of
know,
that.
exactly right.
Tools are always tools. When I was a mechanic, I would spend crazy amounts of money in tools every single week because I needed it to do my repairs on vehicles. So, and I was always adapting. So, that's cost is always dependent on what you can make back out of it. So
I can't imagine how much those tools would cost you.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have tool bills, man. I'm tool bill free for like 8 years now. I'm pretty happy.
Oh, wait, so it's almost like a student loan, like you're just paying them off?
Yeah. So what would happen is, you'd have tool guys would come in and basically you would pay weekly on your tools.
Shit, man.
So people are saying the audio is off from the video. It's always like that as it's buffering for some
Yeah.
reason. And then
So-
when I watch it back, it's fine. So
Yeah, if the
good old
if the-
YouTube, man.
Yeah, if the audio is buffering or if it's off, I would say just close out of the stream and come back in. Should be good.
Yeah, it's always does that.
All right, so flying drones in national parks. That's our next thing. Now, first of all, before we get into like the actual topic that brought this up, how cool would it be to fly in a national park?
Oh man, we've talked about this before. I would pay to do that. I would absolutely pay to do that.
I would pay for a license to do it. Even if I had to like schedule months in advance, I would do it. Go ahead in the chat right now if you're in here. Give us like a little, I guess, idea at what national park you'd fly in. What is the national park you'd fly in if you could choose one?
I want to fly that bridge in Virginia you showed me.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
What was that? Chesapeake? Well, I can't even think of the bridge, but it just looked dope.
Yeah, it's huge, dude. It's something with a gorge. Something gorge.
Yeah, something gorge, and it looked freaking amazing.
Oh god, dude.
And then we were gonna drive there, and then I'm like looking, and I zoomed in. I'm like, shit, it's a national park.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about air maps is there's a lot of things that are wrong on there. So when I was in Vegas, there's like all this area that says it's a national park. It's not. There's
Really?
it's called a national conservation area.
Okay.
And I talked to the park rangers that were there at this one spot I was flying at, and they said the only thing you can't do is you can't take off or land in a national conservation area. It's not the same as a national park. So like you'll see those areas from time to time.
You know, I'm going to be basic here. I would say Grand Canyon. Eddie said the Grand Canyon too. But people saying
Yosemite would be dope too.
Yosemite would be awesome. Flying
That
through
would
like the
be
mountains, the waterfalls. But I'm going to be basic. I would have to say the Grand Canyon. And in terms of national monuments, I would love to fly the Mount Rushmore, or not but I would love to fly Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore would be dope. They should. Cardoso, here in the States, you can't even fly over a national park. Like you can't. They won't even let you. They'll flag you.
Yeah, I think
They'll
that
flag
any
you.
sort of flight is not cool in a national park.
Yeah, they won't. They won't. Yeah, they don't even play around. You'll get a letter from a park ranger, and the FAA won't fine you, but the national parks will.
Yeah, so it's cool with the FAA because they own the airspace.
They don't care.
Yeah, but it's just the rangers that.
The Rangers,
Lon says Mount Rushmore too, man. Mount Rushmore. That'd be sweet. Just all I want is one single aerial photo. That's all I want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not greedy. Just give me one photo.
Okay, so now the reason we're bringing up national parks is because of Skydio, right? And this is an article from UAV Coach, and it starts off the article by saying drone manufacturer Skydio is under fire for promoting a video that they made of a rollerblader using their R1 selfie drone as he rolls along the West Thumb Geyser Basin Boardwalk at Yellowstone National Park. So they were promoting their drone, and they were flying it in the national park.
I wonder if management actually gave that any thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this link right here and drop it into the description. Or not the description, but the
There it is.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. So if you guys want to click on it, you can go ahead, check it out.
Wait a second. You talking about this video right here?
Which one?
You said Skydio. So this video right here, is that Yellowstone? Because why is it tagged as Iceland?
I don't know. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It almost looks like what I would think that Yellowstone would look like.
Well,
if you guys want to
know.
go click on that link, check out that
they
video.
tagged it as Iceland. I don't know.
But that could just be them trying to get around it. I wonder if it's still up on their. So
they say Yellowstone was geotagged as shot in Iceland, which might indicate intentional effort to get around the flight ban. I don't know. I mean, I guess
rollerblading is also banned. That's what it says.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on their Instagram right now and see what is it, Skydio HQ.
They probably pulled it down. I bet.
I would say so.
If they were under fire, and given the fact that it's screenshotted, they probably pulled it down.
I'm surprised. Oh no, they have a lot of videos that are a lot like it. But wait, here's the thing: is if you can still watch that video. Oh no, it's a screen recording. Duh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought it was a link. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere on there.
That's weird, man. I don't understand that. I think that's a stupid move on their part. To be honest.
Skydio's from the States too, right? I mean, they should know that.
Skydio's American.
They're not coming over here and from a different country and they don't know.
Yeah, that makes no sense why they did something stupid like that.
It says, do NFZ rules still apply to drones under 250 grams? I don't know. I don't fly drones under 250 grams, so I would assume no, right?
Definitely no.
Here's my thing, right? Is like, okay, under 250 grams, we're talking the Tello. You can't push the Tello that far.
The Skydio is... I have no idea what that was.
What? I didn't hear anything.
I don't know. It was like just this massive crash.
I didn't hear anything. Cat. Definitely the cat.
Maybe the cat.
So the Skydio was definitely heavier than 250 grams.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Skydio R1 weight. We'll look it up here. But I would say no.
Yeah, I just think that there's poor judgment on their part.
2.2 pounds is how heavy the Skydio is.
So the question is, are the National Parks Board going to fine Skydio? That's a pretty big fine.
Look in the chat. Brian said that he heard that they got a $50,000 fine.
That sounds about right. I heard a story from somebody, there's always videos of, like, people flying in national parks. Mm-hmm. And there was a video from a guy who said they fined him $25,000.
Well, that's double, $50,000 right there.
Well, yeah. Well, they probably fined them double for a corporation.
That's true. And for posting it.
Personally, I think those fines are effing outlandish and ridiculous, because you're going to allow a chopper who's going to be way more disruptive than any drone ever to fly over these national parks or to do flyovers, and you're going to find somebody $50,000. That's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupidly high.
I'm sorry. I would fight it in court, to be honest.
Yeah, or at least to get it down from $50,000. I think $50,000 is way too high.
You drop about 7 zeros, 5 zeros, 5 zeros, and I'd be okay. $50. I'll pay you $50. I'll pay you. That's about what it's worth.
Yeah,
literally.
Brian keeps asking how your trip was. I think you gotta tell him.
Brian, my trip was amazing, dude. It was amazing. Had a lot of fun. Lots of poker, man. And only one In-N-Out burger.
That's a
I
shame.
got sick. Dude, I got sick off In-N-Out, man. Worst timing.
Really?
Yeah, I was getting ready to go to dinner, dude. Got sick.
So here's the thing, right? I would love to fly in national parks. For now, it's a no. It's a definite no.
Yeah, it's a definite no. I won't even come close to them, you know?
Yeah.
I won't even risk, you know, a national park,
Nope.
You know, period. Not even accidentally hitting a barrier, you know, just steer clear of them.
Well, I wonder, you see, when you're flying within DJI's app and you try to go over a certain spot, you're not able to. So I wonder, I've never tried to fly in a national park, so I got no idea. What if it lets you take off?
No, it did. I'll tell you where we were, where there was a national park that I hit the limit. We were Valley Forge.
Oh, really?
When we did that meetup, we were flying, and I actually hit the limit to where right at the border of Valley Forge.
And did it stop you? You couldn't go any
further?
further?
Oh yeah, it was like hitting a brick wall. So it's not going to let you.
I love to fly around Philly, and I'm always trying to find cool, unique places. So I remember I went with some guys when Elliot came down. We went to try and fly around what's it called? The Eastern State Penitentiary. And they still have it marked off as an NFZ. You can't fly over it. That prison's been closed forever.
Yeah, it's sort of weird that they've done that.
See, that's the thing is that DJI is putting in these NFZs, and they've got no idea that this place is closed. I bet.
Right, but they're supposedly spying on us, right? But they want to make sure that we're not flying over.
Yeah, right. No, but here's my thing: is that I feel like if you saw a spot where you think that it is an incorrect NFZ, you should be able to report that, and they should have to look over it. They should have people actually looking over these NFZs.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it sort of drive me nuts when we're at the steel stacks that we couldn't get over a certain altitude, and the airport's nowhere near where we were.
Yeah.
It's just about the approach patterns.
Lon says that $50,000 fine that they got isn't a lot considering the publicity they got. I don't think it was worth the amount of publicity they got. I don't think they got any publicity at all besides this article.
So the problem with their brand, their drone, they only have one drone. It's a $2,500 drone. Nobody's running out trying to buy those drones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's doing it. So I don't know. I don't think it was worth it. And then the fact that they had to pull it. So yeah, I don't know.
I just think it was an overall stupid. I'm continuing to read a little bit here about the whole entire thing, and
just a dumb move on their part.
Yeah, and so now here's my thoughts on the Skydio, because I never got it. We saw Xavier flying it, right? He had the Skydio, but it was super windy, so he put that thing up and it was just getting kicked around in the air. I think the tech is awesome, right? I think that the tech is amazing. To follow you is cool, but
the camera's just crap.
It's, you know what? I've seen some videos from it, and it really does look like you're in a third person video game. You know what I mean?
That's one. Yeah, no, it's got that very fisheye effect.
It's almost identical to what you would look like if you were in a video game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that look. I don't know. I mean, it's cool, but I would like to have that tech. Like I said when they first came out, it would have been cool for them to sell that tech to somebody who could use it for, a drone that could be amazing. Yeah,
because what do they have on the horizon? I've got no idea if they're even going to be coming out with any other drone, right? They should sell that tech to a company.
Somebody said something was coming out on the 23rd. Did you hear anything like that? I don't think it's drone related though.
From DJI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw one video about it, and I don't know. I don't think I'm not getting hyped about it.
You're full of shit.
What?
You're like sort of smirking a little bit, like you know something.
No, because I'm thinking about the person that posted the video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here's the thing is apparently they're not going to have an event for it. If they don't have an event for it, that means it's not going to be anything massive, right? I mean,
it could be something cinema related.
Exactly. So these soft releases, we see them for like iterations of products, right? Like the Mavic Pro Platinum. Now, what was that? That was released at like NAB, or it was one of, I don't know exactly where it was released, but again, it wasn't like a huge show. They didn't make a big deal about it. When they come out with like the Phantom 4 Pro version 2.0, we woke up in the morning like, oh wow, Phantom 4 Pro version 2.0.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If it's not going to be something huge like a Mavic 2 Platinum, or if it's not going to be something like a Phantom 5, which apparently they're discontinuing that.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool if it was something like that. I mean,
I don't have a clue as to what to expect, so I've got no idea.
Honestly, I'm still pretty much okay with everything that's out. I'm not like dying for a new drone.
Here's the thing, a new Osmo would be cool, right? Like an actual Osmo. Like, oh wait, what about that thing that I've seen it? It's like that box camera. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So for me, that would be cool if it was like that and stabilized and like shot raw. That would be amazing. I would use one of those for video walkthroughs.
Yeah, but I mean, look. So I think it looks like you're going to be able to attach these Zen Muse cameras on the top, right? You would attach
that's fire.
You would attach the Zen Muse X7 up there if you wanted to go with that. You could use the Laowa lens, which is like a 12 mil or 16 mil. And
7 millimeter.
No way.
Yeah, 7 millimeter on micro four thirds.
Oh my goodness.
7.5 millimeter. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's drone related. I'm not going to give it too much of my time. But look,
I don't know. I probably won't get anything in my hands like that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I just think that Skydio, stupid. Shouldn't have done that.
Stupid. Very stupid. They should have never.
I'm going to move my camera down a little bit. I think it's stupid. I think that they deserve the fine, and I'm not going to buy their drone. So
exactly. Let's talk about this Russian shotgun drone.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. So this drone, you know what? A lot of places were reporting on this. I'm gonna drop a link to The Verge here in the chat. This is a drone that has a shotgun on it, and I've seen some pretty crazy stuff come out of Russia regarding these drones. They seem to love to arm their drones.
Yeah, they do, man.
So it says, you know, the drone, the system begun development back in 2016. It was a group of students, and I also saw some videos of them shooting the shotgun on the ground. So it's almost like a what's it called? A gun that can fly.
Yeah, sort of scary.
Now, here's the thing. I would assume that they're trying to combat other drones with this drone. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it could be like an anti UAV like deterrent. I mean, it looks crazy stable though. It's like a fixed wing almost. It's like yeah, it's like a hybrid fixed wing.
Yeah. So
watching this video of it fly.
Here's my thing, right? Okay, it says it's designed as a platform to attack small drones. There is so many better ways to try to attack or deal with small drones than a shotgun, than a flying shotgun.
Shoot a net, like we saw those.
Yeah, and there's these drones that have like little nets underneath of them as you fly, and then basically once the other drone that it's trying to catch hits that net, the props get caught up, the motors stop, the drone's fallen. I mean, it's done.
I love the way this thing lands, though.
You don't need to shoot it with a shotgun. Blue Eye Visuals anti-duck drone.
It's sort of cool, man, how it lands.
Lon's got a great idea how a weapon on a drone would be hard to engineer, because you think about the kickback, right?
Well, it doesn't even look like a shotgun, to be honest. It almost looks like an AK-47 on it's on there.
You know, here's the thing about
maybe a 22, a little less kick.
Here's the thing about weaponized drones, right? When we were at CES, we saw that one drone that was used to put out fires. And this drone had a rocket-propelled grenade on it, but that grenade was used to put out fires, so you actually shot it at the fire. So, but that drone was big.
Yeah, that was. Man, that's sort of interesting though.
It's interesting,
but it's Russia though. I mean, I really don't expect anything less from them.
It's interesting and it's scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Because again, just like we're talking about tech being able to be sold from company to company, I mean that's tech that bad people can use, and then drone regulations start coming down. You know.
Yeah. I mean, but I think it would have to land in those people's hands. I mean, you know, certain things like that are, I think, a bit a ways away.
I know, but even if you catch wind of it, you know, I mean, boom. Oh, I can mount a shotgun to a drone. Let's try it. North
I don't know,
Korea,
man.
North Korea's trying it right now. You don't even know about it.
I was always told that the only thing that could stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So just, it's just always what I've been
You
told.
guys down in Florida, you're loving your guns. So
Hey,
now,
you know,
this is something. This is something that we didn't have discussing about the. We didn't say that we were going to discuss it. We don't have it in the title, but it's something that came up like last minute that I want to talk about. This Amazon blimp. You see this?
Dude, I saw Keemstar tweet that. It just looked like something straight out of Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay, yes. I'm quickly going to drop this link in here as well to Gizmodo. That's the first link that came up. And you get a nice GIF right here at the top of what it is.
It's crazy.
Essentially,
crazy.
When we've seen Amazon trying to deliver with drones, right? And we talked about UPS delivering with drones last time. And FedEx is using these on-the-ground robots. And then Amazon is trying to figure out how they want to deliver packages. And we've talked about like the beehives of drones, right? We've talked about fixed-wing drones delivering stuff to people. But this is a massive blimp, and it allows drones to fly from the blimp to complete deliveries.
It's so sick, man.
It looks like this blimp is coming in and invading this little town. Or
it looks like something straight out of Star Wars, really.
Yeah. And now
that's literally what it looked like when I was watching it.
Now look, I saw this at first and I thought it was real, right? But it's CGI. It's fake. It's not actually a thing. So will they use this? I don't know. But to me,
they could technically get away with it, though.
I know this just looks asinine to me. I don't know. Where are they storing the packages in there? I'm looking at it right now. Where are they storing the packages?
But that's sort of a clever way. Like you have let's say you're gonna have deliveries in Tampa or something. You just deploy that unit out, and Bob's your uncle. You got your deliveries going into that area.
Fly for?
I don't know. I'd imagine pretty long amount of time.
Does it run on fuel, like gasoline?
Helium.
Okay, helium. But like, what propels it? But it's being propelled.
I'm sure it has some form of props, but it moves very slow.
You could look on the back. There's definitely props.
Yeah, there's definitely props, but I mean, you got to think in a world of electric, they could even put solar panels somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, here's what I'm thinking about. Right, is like blimps are a horrible idea. Like they scare me.
Have you ever been in a blimp?
I've never been in a blimp. I've never been in a hot air balloon, and I never will. I never will.
Dude, they're not that bad. I think you should give them a shot.
No.
Give it a shot.
That you are relying on heat to keep you up in a hot air balloon.
Okay, well, it's perfect if you think about it. No. Florida, like we have heat. I mean, just give it a try. That's all I'm saying. Don't knock it before you try it.
No, look, here's the thing, right? I won't be in that blimp, so I don't care. My package will be up there. But if that blimp goes down, I want a refund. I want a reimbursement. And Amazon customer support is good, so they'll give it to me.
If you're not willing to ride in the blimp and you're just going to put your package through that, then no refund for you, Billy. None.
But dude, when I saw the first blimp, right? I saw it in the very beginning. I'm like, what is this? And then I saw the drones drop out, and I was like, holy crap.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's cool too. I just wonder how many drones they can deploy at a time, right? And like realistically, how fast will this blimp fly?
I can't imagine it moving very quick. It looked very slow. It looked very like dramatic as it was like hovering over the land.
Yeah, and here's the thing is that these drones are flying as fast as the blimp. You would want these drones to be booking it so that they can make their deliveries and get back to the blimp.
True.
It's true. Joe is saying, Billy, go to the Philly Zoo and go to the hot air balloon they have there. I've thought about it. That's the first thing that came to mind when we were talking about it. I'm still not going to do that. They said that a blimp can fly from 24 to 52 hours. That's crazy.
So there you go, man. So it's like do your deliveries sort of like UPS does, and then you're back. You're back before the day's out. Sounds like a good deal, man.
Here's my thing is that I don't think that this could necessarily support a massive city like you're saying Tampa. But as I'm looking here, this small borough or like a small city, I think that it would be good. For instance, like Milwaukee would be good. Smaller boroughs like where I live, like Westchester, right outside of Philadelphia, that would be good.
Well, I say suburbs. I mean, you don't know how many that go in to deploy. I mean, not everybody's buying from Amazon every single day, but I mean, you get enough of them. You got to figure how many drones are going to be on there, and they're going to go back and forth, and reload
and charge.
I mean,
I wonder how fast I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Imagine
I
a
don't know.
drone.
I think it's pretty dope.
Imagine a drone getting delivered by a drone that took off from a drone. I would assume that they've got to have people on these blimps, though. You know?
So it reminds me of that movie.
Which one?
I'm the dude looking for the dude. Was that the Tropic Thunder?
All right, I've seen it, but I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Oh God, we got so much to work on.
Yeah, even Lon said a semi-truck trailer could open up and launch the drones. I think that there's so many different options about how this can work, and it's just all going to come down to regulations. It's going to be the most efficient way with the regulations that the FAA sets.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like how they play that out.
Because let's say you can't make deliveries over 30 miles away or something like that. Then they've got to bring the drones to you. They can't just launch from a facility.
Right.
So.
Right.
I mean, all right, Blue Eye Visuals is giving us some.
They got a long ways to go.
Blue Eye Visuals is giving us some great information here. The blimp's max speed is 53 miles per hour. Now,
that's pretty quick.
I'm sure that depends.
With no traffic?
Yeah, I'm sure that depends on what type of blimp we're talking about here, right? Because it's like you can say, oh, well, a car goes 160, but my Ford Escape, I'll tell you, does not go 160. So I think that it's all relative, and of course is a prototype because it's just CGI. So I wonder how fast Amazon is booking it.
Well, I mean, considering Amazon owns a stake in, like, let's say Blue Origin, I'm sure they can pull this off.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they could literally pull this off just because they do have, other backends. Like they have the Blue Origin space program that they have. So I mean, I'm sure they have the tech to do something like this
and the resources.
But
they have the resources to do anything they want.
But let's say they build this, they get everything done, and everything's good to go. Who the hell in their right mind is going to feel comfortable with a big Amazon blimp hovering, 100, 200 feet above their home? Who's gonna be okay with that?
Yeah,
like, man. I'm not. You're gonna have some crazy dude out there who hates Amazon trying to shoot this down.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen, and it's probably gonna happen in Florida because everything crazy happens in Florida.
Lon says maybe you could hire some guys, get some trucks, maybe a warehouse. Ethan, I totally agree with you. Too bad the FAA moves slower than tech evolves. Dude, they're archaic, and we say it every single episode.
They're bad. They're very bad. The FAA is horrendous when it comes to reaction time.
Yeah,
they're probably watching right now and be like, we're gonna stick it to these guys. Let's show them reaction time.
It's gonna take them too long to get to us.
Yeah, we'll be gone.
But dude, $50,000 to Skydio. Can you believe you're Skydio and you get hit with that fine? There's no way that they even sold $50,000 worth of drones.
No, hell no, dude. I have not seen that many Skydio R1s. No. I mean, they had a lot of backing. You know what I mean? So they had a lot of like funded money, but still, I don't know.
Again, man, I think interesting, man. I think that they've got to sell their tech. I keep saying it, but
they should. I think of the dude GeoHot, the guy that made the self-driving software he was gonna like produce, where you just add it onto your vehicle. And when Elon Musk offered him all that money, he should have just took it and sold the software. I'm sorry, that's the right time to be a sellout, right there.
It's
Congrats, Ethan. Ethan said he just got his 107 card 9 months later.
3
months later. I'm sorry, I can't read. I'm blind.
What? It's every.
That's about
right,
how long it took.
And again, they're probably backed up from like the month of the government shutdown. So
right, the government shutdown was a big ordeal, and now, for sure.
You have to redo that every 2 years, right?
Every 2 years. Matter of fact, Jin was just asking me today. He's like, "Do you got to pay?" I'm like, "For sure. If you're going to take your recurrent test, they're going to charge you. I don't know if it's $150 again."
I wonder how much it costs. If anybody's
I hope it's like,
if anybody's had to retake their test, let us know how much it costs.
I hope it's half. I don't want to pay full price again.
It's not as many questions, right?
No, it's like 30 or 20 questions, something like that. It's like half the normal amount.
Yeah.
Which actually I was okay with more questions. You have more chances, I guess. I don't know. That's the way I looked at it.
Well, you told me that there was no weather. And there was weather.
I know you're never gonna let this go, but there was no weather on my test.
What? You think
I didn't have anything weather related? No, I didn't have any weather. There was nothing weather related or any meteor. No questions for METARs or anything like that.
Dude, I
got lucky.
For weather, I look at dark sky.
Yeah, exactly.
No way. Ed Ricker did. He said it's still $150.
$150. Okay. Well, I mean, all right. I guess I'm okay with paying that because I mean I've gonna make that back by the time we have to recertify. I'll have made that back.
Yeah, it's easy.
Plenty over.
It's
so.
an easy cost to make back, but it's still just the fact that you got to spend that much money on a test.
I was nervous about it at first. Like when I first got the license, I'm like, I'm never gonna make any money with this drone because like literally I was trying to get people to use my services and it wasn't happening.
Cardoso said, I know someone who just took it again and they said it was harder the second time around. You know what? Ethan said he didn't think the 107 exam was bad at all. I don't think it was terrible.
No, it was not bad.
I don't think
it was not bad. It was easy. Everybody tried hyping it up. Oh, it's so hard. I was in and out of there 25 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take me that quick, but
it was a breeze. It was a friggin' breeze.
Yeah, it was easy. God, let's see. I think that when they gave you that packet, it was easy. It helped you definitely, but the one thing that always got me was the radio frequencies.
Really?
Yeah, man.
It's right there on the freaking set chart. Like you just read the set chart. Like I looked at it, it was like, man, this is an open book test, dude. I was like, I kept my fingers like in like this certain section of the book, so I was like flipping, dude. Yeah. I was flipping fast. I gave myself time to go back and just look over things once over before I walked out the door.
I did one of those things where you want to look over your test, and I got through like the first 10. I'm like, screw it, just hand it in. Let's just see how it did.
Set it go. Yeah. Yeah, when she hit submit for me, I was like, at first I thought it said 58. I was like, what? It was showing me like how many I got wrong or something like that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, dude. I think that's a pretty hefty price to pay, $150 for the 107, and I think that they need to do away with the 107 and give us something else.
Personally, I'm becoming annoyed if you're not going to enforce the reason to have a 107. Like if you're not going to take action against pilots that are working that haven't gotten their 107 and they're like doing commercial work, then why have it? You're not doing anything because anytime somebody gets turned in, their response is, well, we can't prove they were the person behind the sticks. Yep. That's their definitive response every single time. We can't prove this or we can't prove that. So it's like, what's the point? So it's like just give us something different. Give us a test, screw the money, move on.
2 people right now in the chat are talking about Tony Northrup's video. I would recommend that every day of the week.
Yeah.
That's a great video.
So, Tony Northrup's video single-handedly was the best video I watched. I watched that thing like 3 or 4 times.
I listened to it in the
car.
an
hour drive. I had an hour drive to take my test in Lakeland, and I listened to it. I just put it on, and I just listened to it like a podcast.
Me too. It helps to like look at some of the things that he shows you, but other than that, you listen to it and it'll just be fresh in your mind.
No, he was an excellent teacher. It's funny because I was like all down on Northrop like a couple of months back. He made this really
don't buy a drone video.
Clickbaity video and sort of lit him up. But a lot of respect for the guy after taking his test.
Yeah,
or using his prep course, I guess.
I think it helped out a lot. So if you guys are in here, if you could throw a like on the stream, that would be huge. We love likes. Likes help us out. Helps out my self-esteem.
Dude, you're all about those likes.
So really quickly, right? Let's just kind of run down the topics we went over again. So DJI Terra mapping software.
Yep.
Pretty cool. I think that it's going to be awesome to go head to head with Drone Deploy. Might make Drone Deploy come out with some new stuff.
Very well could.
I would say that the Russian shotgun drone is crazy and needs to be banned.
So stupid.
And the national parks. And we also talked about the Iron Man Tello, and we talked about 107 a little bit. And Blue Eye Visual saying real estate agents don't care if you have a 107. Those bastards, they don't.
Oh, just because we got 10 minutes.
Yeah,
might as well round it out. Might as well round this out over an hour. Mm-hmm. Just throw a bonus round in there. So you received an X Dynamics Evolve as well, right?
Yes.
Have you got a chance to fly yours yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I was wanting to bounce some information off you, see if you flew yours yet.
So I can tell you right now, after unboxing it, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the build quality.
The build quality is exceptional.
The build quality is better than my Inspire. It is
impeccable.
It's incredible, and the unboxing experience is awesome. And all right, so when I posted a picture of it on my story, I got a lot of people saying, "How much is it? How much is it?" $24.99. right? And people are like, "Oh man, that's so expensive." But you've also got to realize it comes with two batteries. It comes in a really cool backpack case. So right there, you'd be paying an extra like $300 or $400 for just those two things.
Gimbal's removable.
Gimbal's removable, and the remote controller is like the size of 2 Phantom remotes. It's huge.
It's pretty nuts. And I think the other thing that most people are pretty pissed about is the fact that there's no obstacle avoidance, but we do get LiDAR.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about being no obstacle avoidance.
There's no obstacle avoidance, but there's LiDAR. I don't know. Like, I was doing some tracking shots here in my yard, and it was like determining the terrain.
Yeah.
Like from a pretty accurate standpoint. But like I said, I haven't been able to test it further because my remote's not charging.
Dude, it's been we'll talk about that in a second. But it's been windy up here in Philly. I really haven't done much flying at all recently, just because I swear, like March and April, man, the winds are vicious.
So I almost wasn't able to fly when I was in Vegas because the winds were like 20, 25 miles an hour out by the mountains. It was scary. And the red-tailed hawks were like cruising heavy.
I can't tell if Lon is just like messing with me.
I don't know, man. He's
2 batteries in a backpack. Wow, I don't know.
He's, you never know. I'm just glad he's not talking to himself right now. Usually I look at the podcast and like everybody comes for Lon. They don't even come to watch us. They just come to read Lon's comments at this point.
So here's my thing about the remote, right? It's got a removable battery, which is cool. You get 2 batteries, cool. And for me, when my remote dies, it's kind of like I don't want to fly and charge at the same time.
I wish they had a charger specifically for the controller batteries.
Yeah, like 2 separate chargers.
That's the only thing I wish they had, but they don't. I mean,
so just like the Phantom, it has 2 different cords. One charges a battery at one time, or the charging hub, and the other charges the remote controller. So,
yeah, it's pretty cool. And I mean, the batteries charge quick. I love the battery indicators on the controller.
You know what?
Or on the batteries that go into the drone itself.
I think it was my cousin when I posted a picture of it said, "Oh wow, that'll really help you when you're 400 feet high."
Yeah, but it's cool, like when you're checking the charging status.
No,
like
I totally agree.
Yep. I don't know. It's just sort of a clever touch. I mean, it looks cool.
It's like it's like, dude, the battery percentage is huge, and here on my iPhone XS Max, I can't see my battery percentage right on the screen.
I know, right?
It kills me.
But yet we can see it on a battery.
Yeah,
it
kills me that I can't see the percentage here on my phone.
Makes no freaking sense. But I mean, it's gonna be cool to fly. I mean, from what little bit that I mess with, you really have to sort of tune the drone to your liking. It's not like one of those drones that you can pull out of the box and just expect it to be perfect. You have to tune it to your flying style, which is sort of interesting.
What is the sensor on the drone again? It's micro four thirds, right?
No, the one that we have is the compact sensor.
Oh, so it's a.
So that
it's like
this is yeah, that's a compact sensor.
It's like the Mavic Pro, the first Mavic.
Yeah, Pro. Let me go look. Let me just double check that.
The gimbal is pretty large. He's actually got the Evolve box sitting right behind him. Yeah, man, that thing, it's hefty. Even though it's carbon fiber, it's big. You can't even hear me right now.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Like when I was like reading the battery specs on it, like, and they were like, "Oh, it can only stay in the air for 20 minutes." I was like, "Why? It's carbon fiber," and it's because it's a metric ton.
Dude, everything about that drone just screams quality. Even
it's very well built.
The propellers, right? Like the middle portion where you lock the propellers down are metal. It's crazy.
It's funny. It's a big sensor, but this can't be micro four thirds, because I thought their micro four thirds had a removable lens.
I'm gonna look it up here. Looking up
94-degree field of view. I mean, I can just take the gimbal off, actually.
What do you think of the remote controller? I find it weird that there's no antennas on it.
I think the antennas are built into the top piece that folds out.
Yeah, it's still weird.
I have to ask him about the tech specs, but that's what I'm pretty sure. I also find it weird there's a webcam on it.
Yeah, right?
It's like, I feel like, I'm like, what are you staring at?
There's a webcam on the remote controller. I tried to.
I did take a picture of myself with it.
Are you able to get to like regular Android?
It's way down there deep. I was gonna connect it up and just see if you can like use ADB to dig down deeper.
Yeah.
But it's way down there. It's a pretty custom version.
Yeah, dude. Okay, it is a 12.4 megapixel Sony 1/2 CMOS sensor.
Yeah, so that
is the same thing that's on the Mavic Pro.
That's a big sensor, dude.
No, but dude, it's the same thing that's on the Mavic Pro.
But is it look how big that is, dude?
I'm reading it right now. That is
The Mavic Pro 1,
yeah.
right? So this is the Mavic Pro 1 camera.
Essentially, 12.4 megapixels. So what? It's got like 0.4 more megapixels.
Yeah.
What type of sensor did they use in the Mavic? Was it a Sony sensor?
Yeah, a Sony sensor. This would be weird too for ND filters, because this is sort of interesting how those butt down in there. I would love to know what size that is, because you can almost use whatever you want, really.
What, an ND filter?
Yeah, it's such a weird gimbal design too. I mean, but the fact that you can take it off like this, is awesome. But I think they should have sent us the better camera.
I'm looking on their website right now. I can't even find the other camera.
They probably don't have it ready yet.
Yeah, I would assume so.
That'd be my guess, is that if it's not ready, they're not going to talk about it.
It shoots 4K, 30 FPS.
Yeah.
It shoots with a max bit rate of 60 megabits per second. The max photo resolution is 4,000 by 3,000.
Here's what I found weird is if I shoot in RAW, I can't get a 3:2 aspect ratio.
Yep. Yeah, I hate that. I love shooting in 3:2.
It only lets you get the 16:9 in RAW, which is like useless at that point.
You mean 4:3?
4:3 in RAW you can't do.
What?
You can only do 16:9. I know. I don't understand.
I guess you're shooting like a true 4K image, right? 3840 by 2160.
Yeah, but that's in photo though. I can do it on any other drone. Doesn't make sense.
How does the video look off of it? Have you tried it yet?
It's I don't know. I'll have to play with it more. So the first time I took it up, it was a little weird. Like it's a new drone, it's different. I didn't have everything set, and it was just sort of a little unnerving. The second time I took it up in the air, and the controller died because I had 25%. And my suspicion, or what I think is suspicion-wise, is that there's a problem with the controller they sent, because it died midair, and the drone's just sitting up there, hovering. The controller's dead. I'm looking up. I'm like, oh man, if this thing just decides to take off, that's $2,500. I now have to explain to a company it's gone.
Brad is asking thoughts on LUT packs for drones for people who aren't good with color grading. I don't use LUTs.
I will tell you, I love Daniel Schiffer. Schiffer LUTs
you use
is
his
what
LUTs
I
for
use.
Drone footage though too?
Absolutely. All the footage I shot out in Vegas, I use the Chopper LUT. I use all of his LUTs for drones. Amazing. Amazing colors.
I'm looking right now. That upper screen is only 720p. So the screen on that device is only a 720p screen.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things with this drone that sort of bother me.
That camera, the webcam, it says the embedded camera is 5 megapixels. So there you go.
Interesting. Yeah, it's sort of weird. Like I said, I got to really dig down deeper, get it up in the air, and I'm going to take it back out to the water tower. Maybe we'll do that this weekend when you're down. If we got a brief moment, we'll take it out if they give us that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going down there this weekend to film some podcasts. So yeah. So here, so what did you do to get the drone, Ken? Ken did some illegal things.
I probably gave somebody a hand job at CES. I don't know. Well, no. Yeah, I guess nothing illegal. They just reached out to both of us. It was funny enough.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out, dude. I literally haven't even. So when you add a LUT, Ken, what do you shoot in? So shoot in like a flat color, Brad.
Yeah, I usually shoot in D-Cinelike or D-Log M.
Yeah, the film. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The Film Poets makes good LUTs too. I like his channel, so I'm gonna say that he makes
Film
good LUTs.
Poets, yeah. Yeah, Film Poets makes good LUTs. I've just had really good luck with Daniel's LUTs. They just always grade it really nice. Mm-hmm. Even that vlog that we did when we were up in. Matter of fact, all the vlogs, all my footage lately, I've just used his LUTs.
Brent,
I've just had good luck.
Brent, I can't confirm right now whether it's not worth $2,500. Again, you get a lot with it. 2 batteries. It's carbon fiber. The controller is really big. So there's a lot of pluses to it. And I'm not going to be able to say anything until I fly it, until I do my review video on it.
There are some videos out there from people that have flown it, and you can make your assessment there. But just like anything, I want to run it through I want to give it a fair shake, run it through its paces, and then get a final product out.
Eli said, "How'd you get the drone back after the controller died?"
Oh, it landed on its own.
It
So
came
funny
back to
enough, funny enough, it landed so freaking. So I took off next to my barbecue, and my fear was that if it came down land, and I'm like running around, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to hand grab this thing, and it landed like exactly where it took off.
Precision
so I mean,
landing.
it's pretty accurate. Yes, pretty accurate. And I was joking around. I said, thank God for precision landing. I don't even know if this has precision landing. I don't even know.
You know what, Ethan? I've never used HLG on the Mavic 2 Pro. I'm a big D-Log M guy.
I'm not a fan of a hybrid log gamma. I'm just not. It takes just as much work to bring the color back as D-Log M does.
Lon, the thing about the Inspire, it's $3,000 for the drone itself, and then $600 for the camera, the 1-inch sensor
the cheapest camera.
So you're paying $3,600 rather than $2,500.
I don't even know if that's really a fair comparison between those two.
No.
I mean,
but think about
now, if the landing gear retracted on this, though, that would be cool.
I know, that would be really cool. All right, well, guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up here. Thank you for everybody for stopping by. Be sure you guys go ahead and check out the podcast over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker. It's pretty much anywhere right now that you guys want to listen to your podcast at. So you can follow us, subscribe to us on any of those platforms. But if you want to just continue to watch it here on YouTube, no sweat. I mean, again, we don't care where you watch it.
Wherever you're at.
If you guys have like a specific spot that you like podcasts and you can't find it on there, shoot one of us a DM or put it down in the description or something here on the video. Brad, he was talking about Daniel Schiffer. That's his Lutz.
Matter of fact, there's a link in the video that I just put out.
Okay, cool.
And if you guys weren't sure where to find us for the podcast, here's a link to the new website, the overcastpodcast.com. That'll give you shortcuts to Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spreaker.
I don't see it. Did you put it in there?
Yeah, I just put it in there.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it goes. It's just running a little slow.
Yeah, so you guys can go ahead, check that out, and again, listen to us wherever you guys want to. We could care less as long as you guys are listening, then that's cool. But again, if you want to stick here on YouTube, that's all good. So, Ken, you have anything?
No, man. I think that's everything, man.
Yeah.
Just get to the end of the week.
Dude.
Get some more podcasts filmed.
Dude, this was like the first stream where we didn't have any problems.
Knock on wood, man. Let's hope they continue like that.
All right, I can't give us credit because you were frozen for like a little bit, but easy fix.
Easy fix. And next week I'm traveling, so
next Wednesday.
We'll have to, next Wednesday. But I'm staying at the hotel with the fast Wi-Fi, so we should be in good shape.
Okay, just bring some lights.
I plenty of lights, man. We're good. We're covered.
Awesome, man. All right, well, guys, thanks for stopping by. We will catch you guys next week for the live show, but we'll catch you guys on Sunday for the podcast, and we will see you.
See you.